Look around you right now. Pick up your phone. Look at the clothes you're wearing, the coffee mug on your desk, the car parked outside your window. They feel solid, permanent. They are the end result of a long, invisible journey that connects dozens of countries and thousands of people. Our entire modern civilization is built on these invisible supply chains, a global conveyor belt that is always moving, humming quietly in the background of our lives. But what if I told you that a huge portion of this entire global system depends on one single, narrow strip of water, a place so critical, yet so fragile, a stretch of ocean so important that if it were to close for a single week, the global economy would begin to fracture. This isn't a hypothetical. This is the hidden reality of our world, and the key to it all is a place you've probably never heard of. The Geographical Shortcut. This is the Strait of Malacca. It is a 900-kilometer channel of water connecting the Andaman Sea of the Indian Ocean in the west to the South China Sea of the Pacific Ocean in the east. Think of it as the ultimate geographical cheat code. For centuries, it has allowed ships to avoid a long and treacherous detour around the Indonesian archipelago. The alternative for ships is to sail south through Indonesia's Sunda Strait or the Lombok Strait. That single detour adds over 1,600 kilometers and at least 3 extra days of sailing time through more unpredictable open waters. For a large modern vessel, that means hundreds of thousands of dollars in extra fuel, insurance, and operational costs for a single voyage. Because of this simple, unchangeable fact of geography, this strait has become the busiest and most important shipping lane on the planet. The Economic Superhighway. The numbers flowing through this channel are almost too large to comprehend. Over 90,000 vessels, from container ships to oil tankers, pass through the strait every single year. On any given day, nearly 250 massive ships are navigating its waters. It carries approximately 25% to 30% of all the world's traded goods by volume. This isn't just random cargo. It's the engine of global industry. It's the iron ore from Australia going to factories in China. It's the finished electronics from South Korea and Japan heading to markets in Europe. It's the millions of containers filled with clothes, furniture, and parts that stock the shelves of our stores. Most critically, it is an energy lifeline. The strait carries roughly a quarter of all seaborne oil, primarily from the supergiant fields of the Middle East. That oil is the lifeblood for the continent-sized economies of China, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. It is also a critical choke point for about 1/3 of the world's liquefied natural gas, LNG. The total annual value of this trade is estimated to be nearly $4 trillion. It is, without exaggeration, the main artery of the global economy. The Dangerous Chokepoint. But this global superhighway is also incredibly dangerous and congested. At its narrowest point, in the Phillips Channel near Singapore, the strait is only 2.7 kilometers wide. To manage the immense traffic, authorities have implemented a Traffic Separation Scheme, or TSS, which acts like a 2-lane highway on the water. Even with this, the margin for error for a 400-meter-long container ship is terrifyingly small. The channel is also geographically constrained by its depth, which averages only 25 meters. This is too shallow for the world's largest fully laden supertankers, known as VLCCs, to pass through safely. Adding to the danger is the seasonal Sumatran smoke haze from forest fires, which can reduce visibility to almost zero, forcing captains to navigate by instruments alone in a crowded sea. And then there's the human threat, piracy. While major incidents have been reduced by coordinated patrols, the strait has historically been a global hotspot for opportunistic pirates. These aren't movie villains. They are often small gangs in fast boats who attack ships to steal equipment, siphon valuable fuel, or kidnap crew members for ransom. The Lion at the Gate, the rise of Singapore. At the very mouth of this perilous but vital strait sits a nation whose existence is defined by it, Singapore. This tiny island nation, with no natural resources of its own, is one of the richest countries in the world. Its secret is geography. It is located at the deepest, most sheltered, and most strategic entry point to the entire strait. In 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles of the British Empire recognized this unique position and established a free port here. Modern Singapore built on that legacy, turning its location into its greatest asset. Today, the Port of Singapore is consistently one of the top 2 busiest ports on the entire planet. It's a global hub for bunkering, which is the essential process of refueling the thousands of ships that pass by. It is also a world leader in transshipment, the complex logistical dance of moving containers from massive intercontinental ships to smaller regional vessels. Singapore didn't just get lucky with its location, it mastered it, building a world-class system of finance, law, and logistics that monetized its position as the gatekeeper of the Malacca Strait. The Geopolitical Flashpoint. Because of its importance and its vulnerability, the Strait of Malacca is a major point of global tension. This is best understood through a concept known as China's Malacca Dilemma. Over 80% of China's crude oil imports pass through this single choke point. This means a rival power, like the United States Navy's 7th Fleet, which patrols these waters, could easily blockade the strait in a conflict. Such a blockade would effectively cut off China's primary energy supply and cripple its economy. This deep-seated vulnerability is a key reason behind China's massive Belt and Road Initiative. Projects like the oil and gas pipelines through Myanmar to China's Yunnan province are a direct attempt to create a land-based bypass. Proposals for a canal across the Kra Isthmus in Thailand are another dream of bypassing the strait entirely. The strait is constantly patrolled by the navies of Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore, but it is also closely watched by the US, China, India, and Japan. Whoever influences the Strait of Malacca influences the economic security of all of Asia. The $4 trillion gamble. So, this is why the strait truly controls our world. The global economy has gambled everything on the assumption that this single, fragile shortcut will always be open. This single choke point is the secret behind the price of your phone, the availability of gas for your car, and the stability of the global economy. It's an invisible highway that powers our world. But it's a highway that could be closed by a single ship accident, a political crisis, or a deliberate act of conflict. The secret of the Malacca Strait isn't just about how much trade passes through it. The secret is how fragile that connection truly is, and how the entire world relies on it every single day. If you found this look into our world's secret highways interesting, hit the like button and subscribe. What other hidden forces do you think control our global economy? Let me know in the comments below.